Nice sandals.
Thanks. These are my shop shoes.
Safety first, kids.
All right.
You're gonna drop an injector on your toe.
Just look at it.
We're looking at it.
All right. Okay. So in the last video, it was kind of like a how-to video, diagnose stuff. Anyways, car has a couple of misfires due to injectors, and we're going to do our best to fix that today. I already loosened up our rails, so they should come up. And they're probably going to spray fuel everywhere. So close the eyeballs. All right.
I backed everybody up so they don't get sprayed.
So here's an old injector. A little Denso boy.
Yep.
And yeah, they have like 180,000 miles on them or something.
So it's time for new Denso boys.
Yeah, and so we got these off of eBay. And they're reman Denzos.
Yeah.
So they should be good. So that's what we're doing. We're swapping injectors real quick.
But why are they penis colored?
They are kind of a strange color. Not gonna lie. So
we're swapping them all out, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna swap them all out. Okay. These two are the two that were not firing.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
You're just looking off into nowhere.
Yeah, just recording whatever.
Bo was framing with his eyeballs, not the camera. All right, so that's this side done. Well, not done, half done.
So why do those have black things around them?
I don't know. That's how they came on the car.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
And
do you need those black things for these?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They only had them on a couple. I think.
Oh, it's just like a removable. It's like a
it's some
squishy piece. It's like they have their own little pillow.
Little thing. Anyways. All right, we're going to use these, and we're going to use non-lubricant, and we're going to lube them up to get them in.
You said use these.
Use these. So I'm just going to hit that. And then pull this guy up. Pop him in. Okay. Injectors are so simple to do.
Right? So these are remanufactured factory injectors?
Correct. Oh. According to the eBay listing.
Do you know what the factory injectors flow?
2 something. They're pretty small. But 300 horsepower and a V8, like, they wouldn't need to be very big.
Right.
So, I'm just trying to get these guys to go in their home.
So Ronnie and I were talking the other day. We talk a lot of days. And a lot of times it turns into like, you know, conversation about cars, drifting, the drift community, the drift culture, things like that. And we had the idea of possibly starting a podcast. Oh. And I was wondering if anyone would watch some crap like that. Because I probably would. He probably would. I mean, we have the discussions. So obviously we're kind of invested in that sort of thing. But if you guys would watch a podcast of us talking about stuff, or even if we live streamed where y'all could, like, you know, chime in and give us your 2 cents or 1 cent or however many cents you have.
Maybe no sense.
On things that we would talk about, car related and whatnot. Just, yeah, put it in the comments. Let us know. Are you done?
Ish, I'm done with that side. I'm gonna get this last plug undone. There it is. Oh, look at that.
What do you got?
See how gross that is?
Oh, it is gross.
Yeah.
How would it get like that?
I have no idea. Negligence by Lexus owners, I guess. Wonder what's worse, a Toyota owner or a Lexus owner?
Well, a Toyota owner would probably be more apt to work on their stuff. I mean, I guess it depends on whether you're talking about a new owner or if they bought the car, you know, well used for $5,000. Because I would assume they'd be the same. Because people, you know, drift Lexuses just like they drift Toyotas. You know, drift guys are drift guys.
Idiots.
They ain't trying to take care of nothing.
Is that what you're getting at there?
Yeah. So if these injectors fix the misses that they were responsible for, we'll only have one miss, right?
Correct. We'll have one left. This coil right
That
here.
we suspect to be an ignition miss.
Right.
Because of the ECU.
Yep. Why doesn't that guy want to fall in? There we go, I think.
And I assume the motor is going to run like way smoother, missing only one cylinder instead of 3.
We would hope, right?
Right?
So that's the plan. At least is it will miss a bit less, run a lot better. Whether it happens, that's a different story. Get these all plugged in. And now we just gotta tighten it down.
Right on.
Pretty simple, pretty quick. I think Bo was recording the entire time, so you guys watched that.
I was
In
recording
real
the
time.
entire time.
And that's it.
Right on.
Injectors are in.
Do a burnout.
It might. It did one trying to get it in here.
Did it?
Yeah. It was not the happiest car in the world. Okay, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Fingers crossed. Run more good.
Fingers crossed.
Way better.
What? Way better?
Holy smokes.
Nice.
Maybe? Not?
What's that shake from? That's way worse. Oh, it's the bumper that's making that noise.
Still missing on that cylinder. That's weird. Look at that. It's still missing on it. What the hell could it be?
I mean, injector outputs from the ECU?
No, because we know it has that because we can plug it into here and watch it happen.
Okay. Yep.
So we can see that she is firing here,
Yeah.
but not there. And this one's the same way. Stay in.
Yep. That was Russian too.
So. That is strange.
That is strange. Stand by, folks. All right. So we kind of hit a snag here.
We thought we were good. Turns out we are not. It's still missing on the same 2 cylinders, even after our injectors. So.
And our injectors are working because we just pulled the plugs and the plugs were wet.
Right. So we know we have spark. We know we have fuel. So that leaves us to one thing, air. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this valve cover, see what's going on underneath the valve cover. Maybe we find something, maybe we don't. Who knows?
All right, valve cover's off. I don't think anything looks unusual.
No, everything looks fine. What
Yeah, we
can
were afraid
see-
that, like, you know, if a valve was stuck closed, like we wouldn't be getting air. If a cam lobe was broke or flattened or
for not turning for some reason. Like, yeah, all
Everything
the other
looks
freaking
fine.
cylinders are working except those two.
Isn't this weird? Like how the cam lobe narrows on the flat side?
Oh, that is weird.
Very strange. Yeah, so that is not it. I mean, I would say unless the cam is broken, but that's impossible because the last cylinder wouldn't be working.
Right.
So that ain't it. I guess
So now what do we do?
intake manifold.
Yeah, I mean, there could be something
Off.
stuck in there. But man, what are the odds?
Pretty slim, but never impossible, right?
Yep, never impossible.
So I don't know. Like we've checked compression and it has compression, but that doesn't tell you that a valve is opening, right?
Right.
The only thing we can do is maybe take the throttle body off, rotate the motor until we open a set of valves over here, pull the spark plug, and then spray air into the cylinder to make sure that air is getting to that cylinder. You know
You
what I
can do
mean?
that.
Could try that before we do more. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder, what could be happening? Getting spark, getting fuel, have compression, and it's still not doing the thing.
Doesn't have a variable intake or anything like that, does it? Any kind of secondary butterflies?
It does. So it has variable length runners.
Okay.
But my thought process on that was if there was an issue there, it wouldn't just be these two. It should at least be another matching two, right?
I don't know. I don't know how the
So
variability works.
it either just like makes them short ram or makes them long.
Right.
And so my thing is like it's moving all of them, but there could be something broken there, and it's like somehow
That's
only
what I was
blocking two, which would be weird.
You know how like K24DEs, they have that like butterfly system kind of in the bottom, and it's run on a rod,
Yeah.
And if that rod was broken anywhere. But
Yep.
you'd think any place past the brake, it wouldn't work. Not, because we're missing the two middle ones on the driver's side.
Right. These two.
Yeah.
I mean, we could split the manifold and see what it looked like. All right. We have no clue what's going on, but we do know we have spark and we have fuel. But we wonder if our fuel timing is off because maybe I wired something wrong. So we're going to unplug these injectors and we're going to go ahead and probe them and try to figure out what is what and what is going on. So I have this in our trigger wire over here because our red wire is our power wire. So we have these little alligator clip guys, and we're just gonna make sure he makes a nice good connection.
So you're going to make sure each pin goes to the correct output.
Right. That way, dang it,
Dang it.
we know what is going on. I should have rolled down this window. Oh well. We will live.
I mean, I can roll down that window. Oh, you,
I disconnected the battery. It's all good.
Nice.
So this should be cylinder number 4. If we come over here, injector number 4 is input 22 on our big pin connector.
Okay.
So we have all our injectors. 22 is number 4. This is our 32 pin connector.
Okay. So should we hear a beep or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
5. That's not good. Should be it. Right. It's this guy. 5, 4, 3, 2. And we're not connected. Okay. What fucking one is that? 28?
What's 28?
So whoever wired this thing did a bad job. 28. So 28 is number 6. Okay, so that's not that bad. Right? Because we're 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 6. So that could get over to there.
Maybe swap them.
Maybe. Let's see
We'll
what
see where
this
the other
one
one's
is.
going.
Yeah.
Well, this is good. That means we're figuring things out, which is important.
So. I think I'm pretty fucked up here somehow. So we got.
Which one is that?
I don't know what the fuck I did here. That's number 3.
Cylinder 3?
Yeah, which is our other one that's missing.
I mean,
What
thinking
did
back
I
on it
do?
all, it kind of makes sense, but since we've kind of narrowed it down to being a ignition problem, it doesn't make sense.
So. I don't know how I wired this so bad. It was a frustrating time.
So don't smoke crack before wiring your engine up.
Okay. So,
All right, we're going to figure this out, and we're going to get back to you.
1. Okay, so we did some testing. More testing. This is always verify yourself, which we didn't do. We just assumed it was injectors. We had coils wired backwards and injectors wired backwards for our driver's side bank. We just flipped all that down with the ECU, and this thing should run on 7.
Should.
I would say it runs on 7. That's pretty smooth down there.
Yeah, it's way smoother. Yeah, that's much smoother. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
This thing's sick. It sounds so good. It's like officially I own a V8 car. All right. We figured out what's wrong. I don't know. Did we talk about this already?
I don't think so. I don't know. Talk about it again.
So
They can't hear it enough. Plus, they probably like your voice.
we figured out that the injectors seemed to be wired wrong, and we did a bunch of stuff, and that was all wrong, but 2. And then Bo was looking at coils, and 2 coils were wrong. So this coil was wired to this coil, and this coil was wired to that coil, and this injector was wired to that injector, and that one to that one. So when I pulled these through, I laid them off at the wrong ones, so we went to the ECU, we repinned those, and you guys have to hear this glorious noise.
Super easy fix though.
It was pretty easy.
Nice to find that.
Like, it was pretty easy. Okay, clutch. It'll start.
Nice and smooth.
Just wait. This is the best part.
That's pretty gnarly.
It sounds good. So
Yeah, we
that was
liked
Bo's first time hearing it. We did
was.
that on camera while he was gone.
That was super good.
But yeah, so there we are off camera again real quick. I just did some more verifying over here. We pulled spark plugs from these two cylinders, swapped them, swapped coils, and this cylinder is still missing. So the only thing we can assume is the ECU. I'll be talking to Haltech tomorrow, see if they have any tests that we can run, anything we can figure out. And then after that, it'll be up to them, warranty that ECU, however that happens. So everything seems to be, you know, right at this point.
So now we get a new ECU and then we tune and do a burnout.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Like, it's so freaking close. We gotta pull the transmission and change the throwout bearing. We think that's what that whine noise is. So what we'll do to verify and make sure is we'll drain the transmission fluid. We'll catch it because it's MT90, which is super expensive. And we'll save that. And then we'll pull the transmission, change that bearing. Hopefully the noise goes away. And then this thing will go get tuned. And then we'll start fitting the body kit properly. And then off to paint, maybe a drift event in between, depending on how my health is. Yeah.
I know.
Well, I know, but I can't drive if they cut my clutch leg off.
I mean, I could clutch for you. I can sit in your lap and clutch for you.
So I've torn both my ACLs, and this one is not good, and we're currently working out when I'm going to have surgery to fix it. So that's why I said that.
Right.
And yeah. So anyways, that's where we're at. Thanks. Good night. Goodbye.
Yeah. By the way, and we don't say this enough, but subscribe to our stinking YouTube channel. You're watching this video anyway, so we see you. Subscribe. Later.